Good afternoon and welcome to this second of our Business Bites webinars, short snippets of insight from experts around Wales to your business. So today I would like to introduce Jo Price, who is our Director of International Services. Jo heads up the Chambers Wales trade team, and more importantly, she is our expert on international trade and how to move goods into markets around the world. So since the beginning of January, as I'm sure everybody knows, the media has been full of stories around the challenges faced by businesses who import from and export to Europe. Now, just over a month into 2021, we're starting to see solutions to some of the challenges and a route out of the confusion. Unfortunately, many businesses have not known where to turn to for help and advice, and a lot of businesses have been re-evaluating their supply chains, and others have been completely disregarding Europe as a market to sell their goods to. So while the new regulations do require some adjustment time, there are still opportunities to trade with our closest neighbours, obviously, who are Europe. So now I'm going to hand over to Jo to highlight some of the challenges and also some of the solutions that are currently faced by businesses. So Jo, over to you.
Thank you, Sarah. So with the transition period ending on the 31st of December 2020, many businesses who trade with the EU made a conscious decision to put on hold the movement of their goods. There were reports of stockpiling the weeks leading up until the Christmas period, which allowed businesses some breathing space as they eagerly awaited news of the deal with the EU. Deal or no deal, the way we trade with the EU was always going to be different, with leaving the customs union and the single market. New processes, new procedures were introduced for the movement of goods across the borders. With little time for the businesses to be prepared, it was inevitable that a few glitches would occur along the way. New paperwork requirements are now required. An Incoterm, what Incoterms are the goods being shipped under? The enormous amount of acronyms that are used when talking about international trade. These have all been challenges for businesses that had to face head on over the last month. We have all heard in the media about the story of Percy Pigs and the one about the ham sandwich, which was confiscated at the border the first few weeks of the year. They're probably the most popular topics that are in January in the news. We can rest assured, whatever the difficulties the Welsh businesses are experiencing, the EU businesses are experiencing them the same. For many businesses in Wales, they have a long-standing relationship with the EU and have built up trusted relationships with customers and suppliers from all across the EU states. Many of the Welsh business exports have some part of them that it needed to be imported first from the EU before they can then be exported. Businesses have mentioned shortening their supply chains, and while this is an option for some, there will remain a need for us to import certain raw materials. Since January the 1st, 2021, freight has been steadily building towards the numbers of last year. The initial weeks did see a few hiccups with turnbacks at the border of 25% due to wrong paperwork or extra added requirements of tests due to the COVID pandemic, which is still seeing effects across the world. As we move into February, turnbacks have already greatly reduced to 5% as businesses are adjusting to the new requirements. Despite the politics around the UK-EU deal, headline in the news, the EU still remains a viable market for Welsh businesses. In 2019, 60% of exports from Wales were to the EU, and Wales imports 33% from the EU. Our biggest trading partners are Germany and France. Do we really want to turn our back on trade with these countries? We have a great platform to build with strong trading relationships and trusted partnerships. Businesses will always find a way to work together, and I'm sure you've heard that before. These are businesses who are continue to build on existing relationships, and together with the suppliers and customers who have supported each other through the new processes to understand the requirements from each side as they strengthen their working relationships. There's been some really strong proven incidences of where businesses have worked with suppliers and customers and are now feeling the benefits of that as the trade starts moving smoothly again. The EU is open for business. Whatever the glitches being experienced at the moment, the EU still remains a viable option to Welsh businesses and should not be discounted. As part of the Business Global Network, we are proud to be working with the EU Chambers of Commerce to support Welsh and EU businesses, and will shortly be launching a series of events and webinars on the opportunities available. If any businesses is considering putting trade on hold with the EU due to the new regulations, I would recommend that they reach out to the Chamber. There is a vast amount of support and information available to businesses, and we are here to help you succeed and grow. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jo. We really appreciate your insights. So I think the message for companies who are considering their options, who are trading with the EU, please don't give up. The Chambers Wales website has got an absolute wealth of resources about the new requirements and the information and the support that is available to businesses. The big stories in the media never highlight the successes, as they're so much less interesting, but that doesn't paint the whole picture. There are companies in Wales who are still trading successfully with the EU, and there are countries in the EU who are still demanding Welsh goods and Welsh services. For anyone who is reconsidering the viability of their company's trading future, the expert team here at Chambers Wales are here to walk you through every single step of the process of moving goods under the new trading arrangements. Our contact details are on the screen, and we'd love to hear from you about the aspirations for your business and how we can help you achieve them. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. We hope you found this insightful. On the 25th of February, we're going to be hosting a follow-up webinar with the British Chamber of Commerce in Germany and the Welsh Government to showcase the opportunity for businesses who are looking at one of our closest trading neighbours, which is Germany. So thank you very much again for joining us for this Business Bites, and have a great afternoon. Thank you.